Let's dive into this explainer and uncover the harsh clinical reality behind the dreaded silent treatment. If you've ever panicked when your partner just suddenly stops communicating, you already know this visceral pain. Now, there's a huge difference between intentionally withholding communication and a literal biological system flood. Pop psychology actually gets this dangerously wrong, reducing the silent treatment to just a toxic, malicious weapon. In reality, silence lives on a spectrum ranging from desperate self protection all the way to outright manipulation. First up is protective silence. A partner retreats to survive deep feelings of inadequacy, not from coldness. Next is passive aggressive silence. They're pointedly unavailable, creating this awful no win guessing game of indirect anger. At the extreme end, punitive silence crosses into emotional abuse, literally designed to intentionally inflict pain. So, why exactly does being frozen out feel like a literal existential threat to your survival? Because your brain literally registers social exclusion, exactly like physical pain. It's like burning your hand. This mutual biological panic traps couples in a tragic escalating cycle clinically known as the waltz of pain. In this dance, the withdrawer retreats. Conflict sparks their deep fear of inadequacy, making distance their safety. Conversely, the pursuer interprets the sudden withdrawal as absolute proof of abandonment, frantically trying to reconnect. They're basically throwing emotional boomerangs, trying to survive while perfectly triggering their partner's absolute worst fears. Today, this dynamic migrates to digital silence. Read receipts and timestamps make the absence painfully clearly measurable. Over time, this cycle totally erodes trust, leaving both partners walking on eggshells in profound relational loneliness. Breaking this requires relational bilingualism, meaning you translate each other's behaviors directly through the lens of attachment. If you're the withdrawer, the absolute most powerful step is verbally naming your need for space. This verbal boundary literally transforms your silence from terrifying abandonment into healthy regulation for you both. And for pursuers, resist chasing, regulate your nervous system's panic, and lead with vulnerability instead of criticism. Ultimately, you want to build a drawbridge in your relationship, right? Not a permanent brick wall. The goal isn't eliminating space entirely. It's taking space without exiling your partner across a lonely moat. But listen, if silence escalates into dominance or causes physical trauma symptoms, it's time for professional help. Remember, the silent partner is usually just drowning in shame while the pursuer is absolutely terrified. Once you finally see the pain beneath this pattern, how will you choose to lower the drawbridge? If you want to work on this for real, try Figlet, my AI relationship coaching app. You can start for free, no credit card needed at figlet.empathy.com.